Hello and welcome back to my Snowrunner hard mode series. First of all, I will stream Snowrunner over on my Twitch channel in the week before Christmas. I will update my streaming schedule accordingly. You can find the link to my Twitch channel down below in the description. If you have any feedback, please post it in the comments below. Same goes for any suggestions what you think I should cover. In the last episode we gained some experience and money, and with the Chevy in the garage we can install the differential lock. With rank 5 we get access to the small roof rack. It does not offer any repair points but provides 40 liters of additional fuel we will need for our upcoming road trip. In hard mode, fuel trailers and frame adderts are not filled with fuel when purchased. In order to fill the roof rack I need to get to the gas station. With the fuel topped up we can start our road trip. As already mentioned in episode 3, leaving Black River in this early stage of the game never crossed my mind, and although I am sticking more or less to null modem to keep it comparable, it still needs getting used to. Why do I want to keep it comparable? Glad you ask, happy to answer it. I mentioned it already, it seems the game has changed slightly over the past 2 years. If I can help identifying these differences, you're welcome. On the other hand, it is a very welcome learning experience for me as well. The part that I'm a casual player in my channel description is there for a reason, just saying. The first upgrade we find is the all-wheel drive for the White Western Star. Although not in our fleet yet, there will be a task later where we can obtain one for very little cost. I try to stay out of the mud as best as possible, more or less successful. When crossing rivers, take your time. In a time lapse it looks faster than it is. Here we have solid ground, which helps a lot, but watch out for rocks and other obstacles. And of course, we are activating the task we come across on our way. Turning right here, we will get to the upgrade location of the freeway gearbox. Although I don't necessarily need it or use it, it is not a location I come by on a regular basis, so why not collect it now? In steep sections, I again use low gear and the handbrake to keep the truck pointing the right way. Looking ahead to the other regions in Snowrunner, look at this as some sort of training course to get used to the vehicles and driving styles to use. For me, additionally, it is how to play with the controller, as I'm still getting used to not having a wheel, pedals and keyboard and a mouse. In other sections we put our newly found free of charge diff lock to use and cross muddy terrain along the coast. Sticking to the left side helps a little. Why did we put up with all of this? Because down here we can find the race suspension upgrade for the White Western Star, and while we are down here we can activate the tools delivery task further down as well. Again, I'm trying to stay clear of the mud as best as I can, but at some point I just have to stay on the path. Going uphill can be a struggle and it's very bumpy, and for a good portion of the way there are no winch points available. Additionally, I have used half of my tank already and I fill it up from the roof rack. I have no proof that this lowers the center of mass a little, but I like the idea. Reaching the paved road again, I turn left to unlock a watchtower. Again, I don't have to do this, but it is very unlikely that I will come back here with a scout soon, so it just makes sense to do it now rather than later. After unlocking the watchtower, it's time to head to Drummond Island. Yes, you hear me correctly. I'm even going further away from the last known fuel source. Okay, Drummond Island is not as bad as it sounds, as it has at least a gas station. On the other hand, we have to find and reach it first, and it does not have a garage. The nearest rescue vehicle is at least 30 minutes of gameplay away, not to mention that I would need some sort of fuel supply. Although it is manageable, this is what I would call a considerable risk. Following the path down the hill, we can find an engine upgrade we can later use on one of the larger trucks. Mistakes happen. This example shows why the autonomous winch is worth its money. I'm quite easily able to put my truck on all 4 of its wheels again and continue. Without the autonomous winch I would have needed some sort of rescue vehicle. The Scout 800 and the GMC are both back in Black River, and I would like to avoid risking the Fleetstar in a rescue operation. Luckily there was no damage, on we go. The gas station is on the other side of the river and bridges still need to be repaired/built. There is a ford to cross the river on the way to the trailer store. With Divlock and an eye to keep our momentum we should be fine, but it's slow going. Did I mention patience at some point? As we will go past it anyway, I take the time to activate the tourist attraction task near the logging station. No bridge available, so it's back into the water again. Again, low gear and Divlock are your best friends. If you need a winch point, they are available. Easy money in experience, finishing the task just passing by. Almost getting stuck in front of the gas station. Here you can find a semi-trailer full of fuel we can use. With the stock engine we have used more than 80 liters of fuel. Less than our modem did, but I'm still not sure if we could have made it with the 5.2 liter engine upgrade or if it would have been any quicker. We need some vehicle to repair the bridges. There is one here on this map we can use. Crossing the river here on the right side is still slow but smooth. The P16 we can find on Drummond Island is in working order and fully fueled. Although it might seem that it is not as capable as other trucks as it lacks all-wheel drive, its tires have better traction in mud than most other tires and the engine power is just enormous. I am checking the map here if there is a way back without building bridges or going through the water again. Unfortunately not, so I decide to take the P16 out for a spin. The P16 is a beast of a truck. After driving the small and nimble Chevy, this is really a change. The turning circle is really big and when turning corners you have to think ahead. As it only has rear-wheel drive, it tends to push the front tire straight ahead, or understeer as it's called. On the other hand, there is very little to be afraid of. Crossing the same lake as I did with the Chevy, it's just a head flank and through we are. On the other side, we can see an example why rear-wheel drive only sometimes can be a disadvantage. Going up here is not that difficult, but you have to use the right path. And when getting into the mud, the rear wheels just keep pushing forward with almost no directional control. As it was still dark, I overlooked the tree stump, causing a little damage. The P16 is sturdy. With another truck I would have taken more. I continue past the logging station as we can find a trailer there which has already 2 wooden planks loaded. With this trailer load we can build the Rangers Bridge and complete the support local Rangers task. With the bridge built, we can park the P16 at the gas station and continue with our road trip. Instead of heading to the gas station, I continue across the bridge and unlock the watchtower on the other side. I almost got lost here and almost flipped my truck. Handbrake to the rescue. Even in broad daylight, the tree stumps are hard to see. On the other side of the logging station we can unlock another watchtower and discover another upgrade location. The terrain is tricky, going slow and cautious is advised. When going down to the upgrade location, extra caution is advised. At the bottom of the incline is a lot of deep mud and the Chevy will struggle in it, even with diff lock. I try to stay to the edge as much as possible. Our effort is rewarded with the off-road gearbox. Time to head back up. As this is a road trip, I am not calling it a day and continue towards Island Lake. Yes, you heard right. We are going to the fourth and last map of the Michigan region. Island Lake has little to no infrastructure, no garage and no gas station. Time to find some fuel. This is not the only fuel trailer we can use on this map, and it for sure comes in handy. Slightly past the watchtower to the left, we can find the path to another upgrade location. Up here we can find the race suspension upgrade for the Chevrolet Kodiaq C70. Again, we don't own this truck yet, but we can find and obtain one back in Black River for free, so this upgrade is and will be useful. Again, using the fuel trailer to top up our tank before we go ahead and explore this map. Only interrupted by some family business. Yes, there are better scouts to explore Island Lake, but the Scout 800 is not one of them in my view, as we don't have the money to purchase any other Scout and the Fleetstar is our main workhorse at the moment. The Chevy is the truck to use. With that in mind, the Chevy isn't doing so bad after all. I don't know if you notice, but I clearly see when I'm checking my notes on the second monitor and not watching what I'm doing. By the way, does rain affect tire grip in the game? Answers on a postcard or in the comments section. To the left we can find another fuel source, a scout fuel trailer the Chevy should be able to pull, or should I say drag. It is not easy and slow going, but not as bad as I suspected. Of course it takes longer, but in the end I have 10 fuel loads in the back to compensate for it. Almost at the finish line for today, I tried to get my truck stuck again with not paying attention. But this is the reason we came all the way out here. The No Country for Old Truck task. The task itself is pretty simple. Refuel and repair the Western Star twin steer and it's yours to keep. Lucky me, I already brought the fuel. Now it's only repairing the twin steer that I will need to take care of. And learning how to reverse with the trailer attached. Yes, I kept the footage just to show that not everything is easy for me. A road trip can mean something different to different people, but 90 minutes across 3 maps is what a road trip in Snowrunner looks like to me. If you liked what you see, give this video a like and subscribe to get a notification when the next video is up. I am done for today. See you next time.